Today has been a day of 2 castles, 1 abbey, a number of bridges, a tea room, the river, the devil's pulpit, and probably so much more. Lots and lots of trees. So I'm just about to go down for dinner in the pub and I will start to put the video together. So this is the introduction for today. Today is Wednesday the 4th of August. I'm going to drive to Chepstow first, which according to iMaps or whatever that's called is 32 minutes away. There's Nora having a little lie down in the back. And after Chepstow, where I'm going to eat breakfast, I shall go to Tintern Abbey, well Tintern, hopefully see the Abbey, and walk to somewhere called Devil's Pulpit, which apparently has a view. So that's today. I've accidentally ended up at Raglan Castle. I took the wrong direction and ended up going north instead of south to Chepstow. So I've ended up heading for Abergavenny, which I'm planning to go to tomorrow. So I could have done Abergavenny today, but it's going to be raining tomorrow and there's an indoor market at Abergavenny. So let me just open the door before Nora sets the alarm off again. Oh. So maybe I'll have breakfast here. I don't know yet, but it looks quite magnificent, and I'm wondering if it's featured in any of my Philippa Gregory novels. You know, who lived at Raglan? I'll find out. I'll Google it later. I'm going to take a wander around. So this is Raglan Castle. I paid £6.90 to have a look round, which is fine, but there's no cafe. So it's 10:35 and I still haven't had any breakfast. So it looks like by the time I get to Chepstow, whenever that will be, which is going to be more than 32 minutes now, I'll be able to have my breakfast there. Now, Henry Tudor, I just checked with a man behind me who works here. Henry Tudor, I know from my Philippa Gregory reading, he was Henry VII, he was the father of Henry VIII, and he was born to his mother when she was only 12 or 13 years old. And she was she Anne Beaumont? I'm trying to think of her name, or was she another Elizabeth? There were so many Elizabeths at the time. Anyway, she was 12 or 13 years old, and her husband died. The father of Henry Tudor died, and so Henry Tudor came to live with his uncle, and according to the Philippa Gregory novel, his mother had a bit of a thing with the uncle, but it was never, Nora's pulling me, but it was never amounting to anything. What else do I know about Henry Tudor? Well, if you read the White Princess, he wasn't very nice, really. Oh, Nora's pulling me and she's got the lead right around my backside. Look at this view. So you've got a sky out the top, and then look, I don't know if they're wheat fields out there. It's quite spectacular. And then you turn and you've got that view out of that window. And there's another window up there. Having read The Red Queen, The White Queen and The White Princess, I'm really pleased to have come to Raglan Castle and put into context the fictional history that I've read. And now it's off to Chepstow. I must find somewhere to eat breakfast. Brunch by now. Oh, I'm back in Monmouth in the car park. I've come straight from Raglan Castle. The maps wasn't rerouting me to Chepstow, so I've just put my mobile data on and now I'm going to head off for Chepstow. Hopefully I will eat there. And now, finally, we're in Chepstow. And it's another castle. Susan will be so pleased to watch this video. Breakfast first though, although it's about 12 o'clock. So lunch, something first, up in the town. Here I am in Chepstow by the river, which I'm assuming is the River Wye. I do have a town map that I've got, which I will have a look at. I'm standing on a bridge at the moment. The river is, it's really muddy. and it's quite low, so I don't know if it's tidal. I guess it is, it goes out to the sea. This bridge that I'm walking on is actually going across from Wales to England. I've just got to turn because Nora's being awkward on the lead. Right, this sign says, welcome to Tuts Hill. I'm reading from a distance. Gloucestershire, England. Fancy that. That over there must be Chepstow Castle. Not as big as Raglan. I think Raglan is the biggest in Wales. I read something like that. Look at this bridge. Nora's pulling me again. This bridge, it says Gloucester on the left, and on the right hand side it says Monmouth. Yeah. This is Tintern Abbey, and I'm going to make my way from here to Devil's Pulpit, which is over on the other side of the river. I don't know where the other side of the river is. I heard there's some woodland, so maybe I'm going up there and down the other side. I don't know. We're just about to cross the bridge over the river. So we're now crossing the Wick Bridge over the river. I have to make sure I don't lose my phone in the gaps. Nora's on the lead. Look at that, it's beautiful. We'll go along that path. Nora's off the lead, and we just bumped into another sprocker. Had a chat with a man. This way, Nora. Right, we are going up a steep, stony path, and I hope I'm on the right track, because then I've got to come back down again. And I'm always much more secure going up than I am coming down. I don't want to come back down here again, but then again, it's a circular route, so what goes up must come down. I've got to come down at some point. But this is quite a fairy tale like, isn't it? And I don't want Nora to have an accident either. No more vet fees this year. And I'm carrying a bag of dog poo around with me, unfortunately. The man in the tea shop in Chepstow was talking to me about these routes. He said he cycles up here. I can't imagine he cycles the same route, but anyway, he said he cycles up here and he said it's a really hard route. Well, if the hardest part is what I've done so far, then it's not that bad at all. He did get, why did he get me worried? The trail app said it wasn't too bad. The trail app says moderate, maybe, moderate difficulty. I know I keep saying it, but it really is beautiful. Shadows, light, different shades of green. Really is beautiful. Folklore says the devil himself preached from this natural stone pulpit to tempt the monks of Tintern from their holy path. His efforts were clearly wasted. Built in 1131, Tintern became one of the most prosperous abbeys in Wales. Ironically, it was the defender of the faith, Henry VIII, that removed its powers for good in 1536 during the Reformation. And there is the sign, the devil's pulpit. Going this way. See what we find. Don't tell me that's it. And that's it. This is the view that I've walked up here for. I'm just going to put the dog poo and the dog leader down so that I can zoom. There is the abbey. Down there. And there's the bridge that I crossed over. Nora's dancing at reflections. There's another path there. And there's some people down there. And there are stones going down there. Maybe that's the devil's pulpit, I don't know. Or maybe I'm not quite there yet. But that's an amazing view. And this, I assume, is the devil's pulpit. I've come down some steps to reach it. Makes me think about Cliff Richard singing, "Why does the devil have all the good music?" You know, why does the devil get all the luscious green parts of the forest assignated to him? I don't know. And there are the steps that we came down that are just by that view. I've been walking for an hour and 5 minutes and I've done 3.09 kilometres. And the thing I fancy after this walk is an ice cream. That will be today's treat, but I still have to have a Welsh cake. When I go to Abergavenny tomorrow, I'm going to look for some Welsh cheese, some Welsh cakes, and apparently there's some wineries around here. So I'll see what Welsh wine is like. Bring some of that back home. I've now been walking for an hour and 45 minutes and I haven't seen anyone for 45 minutes. I don't know, whenever I left Devil's Pulpit, I think I saw 2 women after that and then 1 woman after that, and that was ages ago. This side of Devil's Pulpit is quiet. Thankfully I've got water on me because I'm quite hot and thirsty. Looking forward to the ice cream when I get to the end and a nice sit down. Nearly there, got just about half a kilometre to go, slightly more. Coming down is harder on the knees than going up. And here I am, seeing more people around now at this end.